On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Philie with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Pimp My Setup is sponsored by Terror Threads. They sell horror tees, tank tops, hoodies, and they even make turntable slip mats. They commission some of the best artists around the world, and all designs are printed on super soft, high-quality American apparel material, all made in the USA. Most orders ship the same day. Click the link in the description to learn more. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup episode number 79. We're going to live on March 3rd, 2016. My name is Philie. You can find me on Twitter at Philie.
And I'm Thomas Philie. You can find me on Twitter at Thomas Philie.
Boom. So, guys, we are live. We're in studio. I'm looking at Tom.
I'm looking at Matt.
Oh, man. This is just chemistry 100%. We are brothers.
It's like we're right near each other. Oh,
yeah.
wait.
We don't look like we're brothers.
No.
We don't. He looks different. I look different. I look like my mom. He looks like my dad, kind of. Some people say opposite. It's weird, but we are blood brothers. And he's like 15 months older than me, so that's interesting. Yep. Anyways, let's do the setup thing. If you submitted your setup, you haven't gotten an email back, it's because your submission was bad. You need to read. It says no portrait photos, yet people submit portrait photos. It says don't use a potato, yet people are giving mashed potato submissions. You guys need to just read. And yeah, we're booked up until episode 97. If you want to get a fast pass, pimpmysetup.com/perks. You don't have to. But if you want to get on soon, that's what you're going to have to do. So now, let's talk about setups. We have 8 setups, and we only have like 30 minutes to do it. So let's do this. Okay, first setup of the day, submitted by, and I shit you not, this is his name, Playin Boy. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a cool name for
I don't think that's a real name. So
no, it's not like a YouTube name though. Like I thought maybe he thought it was cool.
Yeah,
it's not.
Maybe in like 6th grade.
Yeah, it's Playing Boy. I mean, that's not good. So, all right. Anyways, taking a look at this. How old do you think he is?
13.
Boom, bingo.
1 for 1.
Yeah, I think the name gave it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said, I just want you to tell me what you don't like, and don't fell. And I'm reading this word for word, so it sounds like I'm stuttering, but that's how he wrote it. He's like, don't feel bad and be as crawl as you need to.
Don't worry, I'll be as crawl as I have to.
And I'm not making fun of him. He even said it doesn't matter. I could be really mean, but I'm not going to. Dude, for 13, this is awesome because you have a man cave. Even the sign up above says it. It says man cave.
It's right there.
I really like that you have your own little nook, and that's super cool. And for what it is, you made it work beautifully. The desk is interesting. You know, it's not the best desk in the world, but your cable management's almost perfect.
Oh, yeah, you can't even really see. You could see the wires in the back, but they're all bungled up.
Yeah, and they're Velcro tied, so it's like, you know, props to you. He has a pretty cool case. We've seen that quite a bit with the headphone mount on the side, headphone holder on the side, dual monitors. Really, it's such a simple yet effective setup, especially at the age of 13. And I know you said be as crawl as I want to, but guess what? It's really not bad at all, and I give you major props for doing what you've done. I think really what it comes down to is maybe just adding, you know, a touch of things like LEDs would look sick here. You have frosted glass like that is perfect for LEDs. The color is gonna like seep through but not be blinding. It's kind of like die down a little bit. It looks very, very nice. But Tom, what do you think about this?
I think it's a really nice setup, nice and clean for the most part. I mean, actually no, it's very clean, very clean. I think this, like the corner, there's not a lot of space to work with, so the desk does work in a certain sense. I think it'd be nice if you got a better desk so you could put that computer underneath it, and it makes it a lot better. It's a lot more wider. I noticed when I got my new desk that my room got a lot bigger, and I feel like that would work the same for you. Yeah,
I think he definitely needs a new desk. Like that's on the list of things that you should be worried about. You know, I think the overwhelming amount of lights is weird. I get it's probably a dark corner, but when you have the curtains closed over, you need that lighting. I just think that they're kind of ugly. Like there's no shade on, like lampshade on the left thing. It's a little awkward. Plus, what I think would be awesome is if you did get a new desk and you had a desk lamp on the left and right side and you got those Wi-Fi bulbs, it would look sick because, you know, you could set it to purple or whatever color you like, and it would just really set the scene. And I like it. But for what it is, dude, you knocked it out of the park. Your name is stupid, but you're great. So that's all that matters. It's the inside. Any final thoughts for him?
No, it looks great. Just keep improving.
Keep improving. Keep doing you, dude. Just keep doing you. Next setup here is submitted by Elonzo. Now, if you're looking at this photo and wondering, I've seen that before, it's because it's his old setup that was on not that long ago. Now, yeah, it looks different, a lot different, because he listened to some of the words that we said. Because if you go back to the first photo, it was like a pop vinyl shrine on the left side of the desk. The usability was not there, although it's cool that you have all that. Little overdone and not really effective, especially since everything else is just on the floor, like your Xbox and so on and so forth. But when we look at the new photo, he really utilized his space. You know, everything's kind of up on the desk, minus the fact that he does have some boxes and little knickknacks and stuff on the floor. Not the end of the world by any means. The printer's still not ideal, but you don't use it.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get your paper out of there?
Yeah, it is probably a little awkward, but you don't use it enough, I assume, to want to put it on your desk. But what do you think about it? Like, what sticks out to you? What do you not like?
I love the banner thing, the kingside boxing or whatever that says. I don't know, the actual ringside boxing. Okay. Yeah, I love that little banner thing. I love the things on the wall. Things on the wall, I think, make the setup. I think that adds a lot of theme to it and all that. I like the pop vinyls in the first photo, but I liked how you placed them in the second photo. I don't know where I guess all of them are on the table again, but you just move them in different locations, which is nice. I really like it.
Yeah.
The bottom stuff, I don't think you need the boxes on the floor. You can take those boxes out of the floor. But other than that, I mean, it's a really nice setup. I really like it.
Yeah, so I give him props. My only complaint would be, one, the snowball. But I like that he has the red arm. They do sell those. They're super cheap, and that really goes with the flow in his setup. One thing I don't like is maybe the monitors aren't as usable as they could be. I feel like the right one should be tilted a little more towards your face, because it is. I see this happen a lot. They're both flat, and what happens is you're losing that viewing angle because you're looking and it's not in the ideal spot. If you tilt that a little, it'll look great. And I can't say words. I was going to assume that maybe you wanted to see the internals of your computer at the cost of not being able to see your monitor as easily as you should be, but you don't even have any LEDs in there, so you need to kind of pimp that out a little bit, especially since you have all these little characters around. Not even just pop vinyls, just like all these different characters, which I think is sick, and it just oozes with your personality.
I just feel like the placement still is kind of a little weird. I think you could get a shelf or something like that. I don't think on the desk itself is a great location. You can definitely use that space for something else, but at the same time, it's your desk and your setup. So
yeah. But what matters is underneath his desk, the only thing he has is boxes, and then the printer, which the printer could fit up there, but it's an ugly ass white printer that would stick out. So
yeah, from 2005.
Yeah, so but anyways, he said, by the way, I do have legs, because last episode I said he had no legs. I thought it was funny.
I could see that, yeah.
And then he also said I look like Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead.
I love that movie. Oh my god, it was a great movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I look like him. Just because I'm fat and white doesn't mean we're similar. Anyways, okay, next setup here, submitted by Jakob. He said, hey man, what's up? How you doing? And that's really all he said. So how old do you think he is?
14.
He's 4. No, he's 13.
Okay.
Yeah, so this setup is one of your classic starter kits gone wrong, I would call it, because it's great. He's got an amazing case. I actually have the same one, but not in white. I love that case. But he has like those 4x3 monitors, which actually look good here. They really do. They look nice. I give him props. I don't think that this is one of those scenarios where he should get rid of the monitors. I think it works perfectly. But you know, great desk, all that stuff. It's just a little bit of things that I would clear off. The shelf, why is it mounted right there?
Such probably a weird placement.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was there beforehand, but that's weird. And I think this is one of the scenarios where the boxes are okay, because literally he's just showing off his motherboard, his processor, and his video card, and that's it. He's not just saying like, this is the box to my SSD, this is the box to my SLI bridge. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't think it's worth it. But something like that I think is fine. I understand why the PC is tilted. He wants to show off the internals a little bit more. Doesn't look as good as it could, but I understand where you're going with it, so I don't really hate you for it. I think it's fine. I just think it needs to be dressed up on the wall, and really you're on the right track. Like I said, it's a starter kit. Now's the fun part. Make it yours. Finish it up. And give a little kiss on the face. Don't just smack it around and throw it in the backyard every night. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
What do you think about it?
I don't like white on white on white on white on white.
There's not a lot of white though.
The walls are white. The cabinets are white. The table, it's beige, but like it's a really light color. The white case and all that. I mean,
well, that's what's good though, because then he puts some like artwork on the wall and it really.
Oh yeah, you know, you add some color, add some
LEDs,
add something different, because white on white doesn't really work for me, at least.
Some people are saying that I'm stupid because it doesn't look good. No, what I'm saying is that they're saying that I think it looks good, and they think that's stupid because they think it sucks. But in my defense, I think if he, like I said, cleared off some of the stuff on the desk, like the glass, and that lamp is pretty hideous, and whatever the hell that other thing is, and set your snowball on fire, I think it's. Don't you agree? It's good.
It's a nice clean setup. You just have to rearrange some things, maybe get some stuff just to add some more theme to it, because there really is no theme.
Dress it up. That's really what it is.
Dress it up. Yeah.
It's like when you have this hot girl, but she's.
I love these analogies you do every episode.
Yeah. It's like a hot girl, right? And she's going to a very fancy black tie event, but she's in her PJs, and it's like, girl, I think you're wearing the wrong thing. So you give her a nice dress, and bada bing, bada boom, damn. I'm not saying put on makeup. I'm not getting into that debate. Girls don't need makeup, okay? They're beautiful. Anyways, okay. Next setup here is probably one of my favorites. It's just hilarious. So, submitted by Rocky. He loves the show. He's a big fan of The Simpsons, which this picture is great. It's like, holy balls, this guy's got a lot going on. He's a huge fan of The Simpsons. Almost threw up. I like ran out of air for a second. It's a fat people problem. But I really like all of that stuff. But he just wants to know, like, hey, man, what do you think about the rest of the setup? And the actual setup part that we see in the first photo. Anyways, how old do you think Rocky is?
He loves The Simpsons, and Simpsons more like a 90s kid thing. So I'm thinking he's like 20.
22. So, yeah, you were pretty...
I'm good with that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The room... amazing. The setup, crap. So, problem is you have left and right where your legs go. Usability function right there, not so good. Now,
unless he's a small man and he needs the little space to feel welcome, to feel
maybe that's
home.
it. Probably not.
Probably not. But.
I think the setup, what it really comes down to is, I get it. You have Kermit Frog here, and you have all that cool stuff.
He's a huge sports fan too. He has like the Dolphins stuff. He's definitely a Miami Heat fan. Definitely a Miami Dolphins fan. You could tell.
He just needs a new desk, because the hutch would look great because he has all that stuff on there. But the desk right now is kind of like a prison cage.
I feel like I would be too cramped with that. Too cramped.
Like, just everything is placed weird, but everything else, like, look how amazing the art is on the wall, like Itchy and Scratchy, and he has all these things just. It is so cool. Now, it is overwhelming for some people, for sure. For me, I think it's great. I definitely think it's interesting. It's nice. It comes together. But what do you have to say, Tom? Because you're not caring about the setup as much.
No, I love this. This is one of my favorite setups besides the score, just because I'm a huge Simpsons fan and I love all this stuff. I wish I had the time, the capacity, the money to do something like this, because this is like amazing stuff. He's got freaking... They're still in the little like container and all that, all these little things, and then like all these little knickknacks on the side. Oh my god, like Simpsons galore. That's why I love this setup. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, the setup itself is kind of tough to look at. Yeah. Like you have this monitor off to the side, so I'm guessing. I don't know what you would do with this, the right side of it. Like I don't know why.
You don't, unless it's like for schoolwork and stuff.
Yeah, for schoolwork. But even then, it's confusing. So I mean, you know, of course, get a new desk.
And the desk is dirty as hell.
That comes with being black for a long time.
Yeah, but I'd take like a sponge, because look at some of that. It might just be wear and tear, but like it's not ideal. I think if you had a different desk and you don't need an IKEA desk, like you could get away with one of those nice Magellan ones or whatever with a nice hutch, because you look like someone that could utilize a hutch to its full potential. So you're on the right path with everything else. It's just your actual tech setup that's not ideal. But yeah, any final thoughts for him?
No, I love the setup. I just love it. It's pretty cool.
Boom. All right, well, let's go on to the next setup here. Submitted by Anthony. Now, this is another one of those corner desks, the glass desk. We've been seeing it over and over and over and over. This one, I thought when I first saw it, especially in the second photo, I was like, dude, this is sick. You know, it's a nice hangout. And I was like, wait, where the F is the keyboard? It's on the keyboard tray from the other side of the desk.
I realized that too. I'm like, what?
So that's interesting. But before we talk about it, how old do you think he is?
19.
14, which is even crazier.
Wow, okay.
If I was 14, I'd kill for this room.
Red Dead Redemption, I mean, I don't know.
I've always wanted to play drums, but I had a drum set, and then my parents threw it out because I was awful.
Yeah, because we never played it, too.
No, because I was awful. They said, how many times are you going to play All American Rejects Move Along? You don't even know how to play.
Remember that video we watched like a couple days ago?
It was awful. But yeah, so this setup, first off, I was going to say, damn, this is great for 14. But I still don't understand the keyboard thing. I really cannot wrap my head around why it's there. Like, maybe for the photo, he's like, it's going to look so much cleaner, dude.
Keyboard on the keyboard tray?
Yo, dude, 10 extra points. But then I thought about it. I'm like, maybe he actually uses it like that. And he has a problem where his neck is permanently...
So maybe he does this. He just...
Yeah, maybe it's permanently to the side. So he's like, wow, gaming at its finest. But I don't know. That's probably...
Maybe he's stretching his neck out. He's doing neck routines where he's building his neck up.
Yeah, it could be that. You know, displays, everything like that, other than that random cable that looks like it's being tugged very, very hard from the TV. Like, that part of it's great. Cable management's great. I love the skull for your headphones. I love really everything. I mean, the posters, although they're not framed, they still kind of fill up that part of the wall. They look nice. I love the tower of the drums. And just everything is super, super nice. Super, super good, bro. I really like it. I just don't understand the usability standpoint. But then again, what the F do I know? And someone said, bro, it's a wireless keyboard. That's great, but at the end of the day...
Still doesn't help him.
He put it there to the left side. So what does he put it on his lap? Like, I just don't understand why he wouldn't put it in front of his setup. Makes no sense. But
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, basically what's going on here... I'll show you a true expert setup man over here. What is that? What is that? Is Xboxes down there? Is that even plugged in? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I don't know why that's down there. I would put it on the desk itself because doesn't that make more sense to have it your nice Xbox One on top of your nice setup? The glass desk, really great job with the wire management. Usually you could tell right away, like, okay, this guy does not know how to wire management. With that in mind, I'm just rambling now because I'm trying to think of new things besides what Matt said.
People are saying it's because he uses a laptop, so the keyboard sits there, and I get that. But again, guys, if you're submitting a photo to a setup show, are you going to put your keyboard in the most random spot? Like, why not just set it onto the actual desk? I just feel like it's a weird thing to do. I don't know. But overall, you agree it's a good setup.
It's a really nice setup. 14 years old. Once again, like, you got tons of progress, tons of way to go. Just long way to go. It's really long.
He said that he's saving up for a microphone and he wants to get an Elgato and stuff. So yeah, good luck with that. All right. Next setup here submitted by David. David is how old?
13.
13? 14. So yeah, close. Which means technically I could name this episode like 13-year-olds or 14-year-olds.
Prodigies or something like that.
I was thinking about, I'm going to call this one Razor Fanboy again for the last setup. But anyways, all right, so taking a look at this. He's 14. He did not tell me anything. Actually, let's see. I like your show and face. I like to play some games, but this is mainly for productivity. I like dogs over cats. I like the new Star Wars movie.
Whoa, okay.
And the pottery on the left is real Navajo pottery given to me from my great-grandpa. That's actually pretty dope, dude.
That's really nice.
Yeah, see, I like that. I like when people have stuff in there that's not just showing personality, but it literally is a part of their life because your setup is about your damn life. But yeah, this is interesting. Great monitor, great peripherals. It looks like your blue microphone right there. I forget, is that the Spark, one of those? It looks like it's dying. You might want to help it out a little bit. It looks like it's laying itself.
It's like, help me.
It's like, it's over. Like, get the icicle. I get it, you want USB, but damn. The icicle is almost bigger than the microphone. Guitar's hung up. He's got the Octodad, which I think it's funny that they have such an awesome poster for that game.
Yeah, loving father, caring husband, secret octopus.
Yeah, like that's pretty cool. The cat's cool. The Star Wars. I like how all the posters are black and white and they're framed. And although obviously Octodad has a little bit of orange in there,
that's yellow.
Yellow. Well, it's like yellow, orange, gold. I got something in my eye. I think I'm dying. But yeah, it's interesting. I just think that like the PC in this scenario is not anything special. So to have it tilted like that's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
the icicle cable should probably go to the back of the computer, but it's probably not long enough. That's why you should just get XLR. You should get a nice little mixer. They're super cheap. Maybe, I mean, I could critique this to the point where it's like, get some wire molding for the cable out of the LG monitor. But overall, for going for that black and white, contrasty, minimalistic setup, I think, wow, you did it. Good job.
Very nice.
You're young, so congrats. What do you have to say about it?
It's a very nice clean setup. This is where white on white works because there's a black mix in. It's perfectly mixed in where it's white black, and then you got this mix in with. I don't know if that's a red or yellow, blue Yeti thing.
It's like a spark, so it's like red, red orange. It's like a fire.
I mean, it kind of sticks out, but it's okay because it's your mic and you need that. The guitar is cool. I like the guitar on the wall. The pictures are nice. The monitor's really nice too. I like the way the monitor looks. It's very nice and clean. I love the little Navajo thing. Little decal thing you have. It's a very nice clean setup. I like it.
Some people are saying move the mic on to the left side. I think that's a great idea. Definitely whoever said that, it's a good point because the right side does look a little crowded with the printer and whatnot. Some people are saying get speakers. Some people don't want speakers. I don't even know what the hell this thing is. That might be
a speaker.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It kind of looks like
one of those things they have in the airports and they wave.
Like, okay, you good? Is you good? Is you okay? Okay, anyways. Not much else to say about David, but let's go to the next setup. This setup is submitted by Cameron, which is funny. That's our brother's name.
It is.
So this is definitely interesting. Before we talk about it, let's see. I don't have the best setup. I think I could really use some help on what I should improve. I like the console game. Shots fired. And he likes video editing on the side. So how old do you think he is?
17.
14. Which is crazy. They're all 14, they're all 14 basically. So this is your typical COD MLG Pro bro on just his grind, basically. I don't know. He's got a little bit of that G Fuel,
The Gamma Labs.
Yeah, he's got himself some what are those trigger fingers? He's got himself some scuff controllers. The use.
This guy probably posts a 1.5 KD, no doubt.
Yeah, nothing lower. Otherwise, this is bad. But no, it is one of those typical kind of setups, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just know that the way the live chat is, especially, they don't like the console gamers. But yeah, I think for your age and for what you're working with, you did it. You bada bing, you bada boom. I like how you really just kept everything pretty clean. I like the little headphone basket hanger on the right side. He's got some Gamma Labs right there. Like, really, it's nice. My only thing is maybe the legroom isn't ideal, but when I think about it, it might be okay. But as you get older, dude, and if you especially get tall, you go hate yourself because that ain't going to work. It's going to be crisscross applesauce from here on out. You know what I'm saying?
Unless he's like stretching his legs out, but then putting his legs together.
Yeah, like putting them like on top of each other. Yeah, it's a little awkward. But what do you have to say about it?
I think the stickers on the, I don't know, is that a mini fridge or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. The stickers, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Bro, he's 14, man. He's MLG Pro.
He's got a lot of cool stickers. Then. That's the way it is. The posters on the wall, I don't like the glare, so you get a poster, like the frame itself. I think that would be better if you had the frames on it. Just my OCD's kicking in. The right hand poster, Call of Duty Ghost, is way bigger than the other ones.
Because Ghost was the best out of all of them. What are you talking about, bro?
I like how gamer guys are also surfer dudes too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought about that, bro.
Yeah, but this guy is definitely a Call of Duty fan or a CSGO guy because that totally doesn't make sense. No, because it's a CSGO thing. You have to have it at least one time in your episode.
Yeah.
But I think you can upgrade your monitor when you get older, when you start making some money and all that. Yeah. I think that's
some BenQ shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice setup. I like it. I like how you have your little corner with your Call of Duty posters. You can really tell who this person is.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It's not your typical desk. It's not your typical setup overall. And he made it work. And he's 14. So you know what? You did it, Cameron. Good job. Okay, final setup of the day here. This is the old photo. So this is submitted by Max. He was on episode number 52. He's from Long Island, New York, which is
I remember him.
Where we are. Yeah, it was actually, I think, one of the episodes with our dad on it. And he said not much has changed, but it has. And he really, really likes what he's been working with. His second photo is third photo is absolutely insane. And I want to take a little bit of credit for that because I had kind of like a argument with my dad on that episode. So if we go to the old photo, the first photo, you'll see he has some shoes on the top. He has a little bit of personality. He has those weird shelf units. And I didn't like that. I told him, dude, push that away. make it work. Put up some stuff to kind of get your personality out there. You go to the next photo and you'll see, boom, he puts personality above. He's got these sick comic art things. He's got some new speakers. Yeah, it does look like there might be a little too much going on in the setup, but it's still usable. It still works. And then if you go to the next photo, I mean, there he has a whole shoe rack, which he took those shoes off the shelf, said, you know what, I'm going to show them off like this. I think it looks great. He's got himself, I don't even know what all that stuff is. That's not like Legos. Like, what is it?
It looks like Legos. I mean, it is Legos. Look.
It is?
Yeah, because you can see a little...
shit, that is so awesome.
I don't know if it came pre-built or he really took the time.
Oh my God, that is actually probably one of the coolest things.
No, that's why I like the setup the most. That's why it's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, like that is actually badass. Kudos to you, sir. I really, really, really have to say kudos. But yes, it is kind of like a Razer fanboy setup when you look at the second photo. It is oozing with the
green
and the green and the peripherals and everything. That's why, I don't know, guys, should I name this Razer fanboy episode or should I name it 14-year-old setups? But anyways, taking a look at this, I think that the changes were good. They're good. Now, the first photo, it does look very empty and free and open and roomy. But if you look at the second photo, really all he did was add speakers to the desk. And he added like a shelving unit to the left.
And he got a little closer and took the picture.
Yeah. So really overall, not a lot has changed, just like speakers, which he needed better sound, things like that. I just think that maybe it does kind of seem like there's a little bit too much. But it's stupid stuff like a coaster and the controller and stuff, which can be easily fixed. What do you think, Tom? Because this is your first time critiquing the setup.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, the first time I saw it, when I think it was with Dad, I liked the shoes. I liked how he showed the shoes off. But the thing is, I think there were one of each shoe, which was kind of weird. Like, why don't you put the full setup there? So it was really nice that you did switch it up, put some posts up there, add some personality, and then in the third photo, you move that over to a shoe rack, and you really showcase this awesome thing. I don't know if it was here before, but all these awesome Legos and all that. Yeah. I think it really adds a lot to your personality, the theme and all that. I think it was really sick. I mean, I wish I had the time, the ability to build all this stuff. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think what's cool is it's like an awesome basement or something. Yeah. That's what it looks like. I mean, props, dude. I think that you took it from pretty nice to all of a sudden like, whoa. Like, I feel like someone walk in that room and be like, damn, bro, that's nice.
And in the third photo, the setup itself, you can see off to the right. You could barely. It's so clean, and it doesn't look compact. It doesn't look like busy at all from this angle, at least. So I mean, it was probably the picture that made it look a little like cramped, busy, and cramped and all that. But it's a really nice setup and a whole nice room, to be honest.
Yeah. So I think it's awesome. There are some people in the chat saying, "Bro, throw the Razer out. You're stupid." But yeah, I think that it's freaking awesome.
It's very nice.
I like it. Bada bing, bada boom. Now it's the point of the show where we have to rip people's hearts out of their bodies, stomp on them, just make them cry. All right, first setup submitted by Boy. He got an 81. Elonzo got an 85. Jakob got a 75. Rocky got a 76. Anthony got an 80. David got second place with an 87. Cameron got an 83. And Max got a 90, first place. Which, yeah, I mean, he got a lot of 10s. I gave him 3 out of 5 were all 10s.
Yeah, I gave him like 2 10s, I think.
Yeah, so I think that's great, Max. Good job. I like it. And with the scores aside and not having the ability to choose Max as first place, who do you think deserves it?
You already know. It has to be Rocky. Just because I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I just love this setup. It's so awesome. I love all the stuff he has for it. It's amazing.
Yeah, when I try to think about who I would choose, I don't think I would choose, even though David is technically in second place, I don't think I would choose him.
No.
I think I'm looking through here what I think was really the best. I mean, Elonzo definitely made a big change to his, but I don't think it looks perfect. There's still a lot to fix. I think, honestly, I would give it to Playing Boy. I give you props for making use of what you have. It's pretty unique, and it's cool to see someone your age have a nice, unique setup. So, overall, there you go. Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 79. We're going to live on March 3rd. 2016. My name's Matt Philie. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philie.
And I'm Thomas Philie. You can find me on Twitter at Thomas Philie.
Peace, everybody. If you love pop vinyls, then you should check out Pop in a Box. It's a monthly subscription service just for pops. You can build your collection starting at as low as $10 a month. Go to swashin.tv/pops or click the link in the description and you'll receive 20% off your first order.